finally we have the sign-up series number 5. Here are the sign-ups. New trucks, mostly from X22, the collection iPad, and the Dream One Cycle at the Monster Jam event. So yeah, new ones, the Black Toro Loco, the Gravedigger Grain, the Soldier Fortune, Megalodon Max Contrast, Chrome Gravedigger, Aftershock Hyperfield Gravedigger, Burn Victim Zombie Bulldozer, Zombie Monster Mutt. This is the Mix 22 Monster Mutt. And this son of a digger is the true heavy metal. Lumberjack. This is the Mix 21 Storm Damage. The Sheer Man is Megalodon. This Gravedigger is the Boneyard. The Split Paintjaw Bounty Hunter. The Darkest Meal Dragonite. And this Toro Loco is from the Mix 10. Stone Crusher, the Gravedigger Green Ghost Fire. The Max Contrast Dragon. And also, I'll be reviewing this later on. Without further ado, if you're new, you're at the ramp itself. And if they hit the door, it will go faster. They want. So anyways, we're gonna kick things off with Dragonites versus Wildfire. After a month, first up we have is Dragonites taking on Wildfire. And it'll be Wildfire. Next up we have a Santa's Monster Sleigh taking on the Black Toro Loco. And then we'll go to race. Another way. And then it looks like it will go to just by barely Santa's Monster Sleigh. Next up we have is Tropical Thunder taking on the Green Gravedigger. And it will be Tropical Thunder. Next up we have Soldier Fortune taking on Saigon Shaker. And it will be Soldier Fortune. Next up we have is the Chrome Gravedigger taking on the Max Contrast Megalodon. And it will be... oh, that went a little too far. But as you guys can see, the Chrome Gravedigger will take the win. Next up we have is Aftershock taking on the Super Hybrid Gravedigger. And there will be... oh. And it's gonna go to Aftershock. Next up we have is Burn Victim Zombie taking on Bulldozer. And then we'll go to the Burn Victim Zombie. Next up we have is Joker taking on Texas. And it's gonna go to Joker. Next up we have is the Battle of the Max D between Red Max D and Gears Max D. And it will be Gears Max D. Next up we have is Racing Stripes taking on Bakugan Dragonite Galaxy. And it will be Bakugan Dragonite Galaxy with a wheelie. Next up we have is the Megalodon 32 Queen taking on the Mix 22 Storm Damage. And it will be the I think it's Mix 22 Storm Damage. And it is Mix 22 Storm Damage taking the win. Next up we have is the Sheer Man's Gravedigger taking on Lumberjack. And it's gonna go to... ooh, close race. But it's gonna go to the Sheer Man's Gravedigger. Next up we have is the True Heavy Metal Son of a Digger taking on the Overcast Max D. And it's gonna go to the True... the True Heavy Metal Son of a Digger. Next up we have is the Soldier Fortune Desert Storm taking out Wildflower. And what? Holy moly! Soldier Fortune Desert Storm goes on a bicycle but rolls over, leading Wildflower the win. Next up we have is the Mix 22 Monster Mode, which is my only Monster Mode. So we'll be calling it Monster Mode versus Higher Education. And that will be Higher Education! Next up, we have Zombie taking on OCD Meltdown. It's gonna go to OCD Meltdown. Next up, we have is Bakugan Dragonoid taking on Monster Energy. It's gonna go to Monster Energy. Next up, we have is Megalodon taking on Earthshaker. Then we'll go to. They both go at the same exact time, but the winner will be, as you guys can see right on the corner, it's gonna go to Megalodon. Next up we have is the Monster Jam 2020 Happy Holiday Stunt Truck taking on Son of a Dagger. And then we'll go to the Holiday Stunt Truck. Next up we have is the Orange El Toro Loco taking on Whiplash. And it's gonna go to the rollover. Or just wait, it's gonna go to the Orange El Toro Loco. Next up we have is the Monster Jam Stunt Truck taking on the Mix 1 Double Pack Storm Damage. It's gonna go to the Mix 1 Storm Damage. Next up we have is Pirates Curse Ghost taking on the Sheer Madness Megalodon. And it's gonna go to a block, but as you guys can see right here, Pirates Curse Ghost will take the win. Next up we have is Yeti Ice taking on Gravedigger. It's gonna go to Gravedigger. Next up we have is Maximum Destruction taking on the Mystery Machine. And it's gonna go to the Mystery Machine. Next up we have is the Red Primer Gravedigger taking on Megalodon Galaxy. And it's gonna go to the Megalodon Galaxy. Next up we have is Calavera taking on the Purple Tire Gravedigger. And it's gonna go to the Purple Tire Gravedigger with a wheelie. Next up we have is the Max D Hunter taking on Scooby-Doo. And it will be Scooby-Doo taking on the win. Next up we have is the Reveal Steel Whiplash taking on Brodozer. And it's gonna go to Brodozer. Next up we have is the El Toro Loco taking on the Darkest Meal Bakugan Dragonoid. And it will be Darkest Meal Dragonoid. Next up we have is Monster Mutt Dalmatian taking on Great Quips Mohawk Warrior Vampire. And it will be the Mohawk Warrior Vampire. Next up we have is Iron Outlaw taking on the Yellow El Toro Loco. And it will be the Yellow El Toro Loco. Next up we have is the Ice El Toro Loco taking on Bounty Hunter. And then we'll go to Bounty Hunter. Next up we have is Gravedigger the Legend taking on Scarlet Bandit. And it'll be Scarlet Bandit. Next up we have is Earthshaker Ice taking on the Gravedigger Ride Truck. And it'll be the Gravedigger Ride Truck. Next up we have is the Boneyard Gravedigger taking on Gravedigger Fire. And it'll be both roll over. But if I turn the camera like this, you guys can clearly see that Gravedigger Boneyard will take the win. And if it's upside down, it will be the Boneyard Gravedigger. Next up we have is Monster Mapudo taking out the Great Quips Mohawk Warrior Fire. And it'll be Mohawk Warrior Fire. Next up we have is Monster Rottweiler taking on Stone Crusher. And it will be, Stone Crusher pushes Monster Rottweiler, but still, Monster Rottweiler will take the win. Next up is Monster Mutt Dalmatian Zombie taking on the Gravedigger Green Ghost Fire. And it'll be the Gravedigger Green Ghost Fire. Next up is Megalodon Fire taking on T-Mans. And then we'll go to T-Mans with a wheelie. Next up is Superman taking on the 2019 Bakugan Dragonoid. And then we'll go to Bakugan Dragonoid. Next up is the Nitro Leon's Octonator taking on Dragonfire. It will be Dragonfire. Next up is Max D Black taking on Monster Rottweiler Zombie. It'll be Rottweiler Zombie rolls over, but he'll still take the win. Next up is Double Decker taking on Earthshaker, Showtime Earthshaker. It'll be Showtime Earthshaker. Next up we have Max D taking on the Yellow Max D. And it'll be the Yellow Max D. Next up we have is Blue Thunder taking on Horsepower. And it will be Blue Thunder. Next up we have is Bakugan Alertus Dragonite taking on Fire Zombie. And it will be Zombie Fire. Next up we have is Dragon Max Contrast taking on the 4th of July Freebird. And it will be the Max Contrast Dragon. Next up we have is Soldier Fortune Black Ops taking on the Max D 10th Anniversary. It will be Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Next up we have is Soldier Fortune Ice taking on Gravedigger Ice. And it will be the Soldier Fortune Ice. Next up we have is Hurricane Force taking on Blue Thunder Ice. And it will be too close for a call, but see, it looks like my Hurricane Force is gonna take it. Here I have it straight. And Hurricane Force takes it. Next up we have is Wolf Set taking on the Singles Pack Soldier Fortune Ice. It'll be the Singles Pack Soldier Fortune Ice. Next up we have is Max D Fire taking out the Monster Mutt Dalmatian Ice. It'll be Monster Mutt Dalmatian Ice. Next up we have it is Son of a Digger Fire taking on El Toro Loco Transforming Hauler. It'll be the Transforming Hauler El Toro Loco. Next up we have, in the final race of round 1, it is Blue Thunder Zombie taking on Sparkle Smash. And it will be Sparkle Smash. Here we have the races for round number 2. And we're all going to kick it out with Wildfire taking on Santa's Monster Sleigh. Next up, first up we have is Wildfire Phoenix Fire taking on Santa's Monster Sleigh. And it will be Santa's Monster Sleigh. Next up we have is Tropical Thunder taking on Soldier Fortune. And it will be Soldier Fortune. Next up we have is the Chrome Gravedigger taking on Aftershock. And they both roll over. And it looks like it's gonna go to the Chrome Gravedigger. Next up we have is Burn Victim Zombie taking on Joker. And that will be Burn Victim Zombie. Next up we have is the Gears vs Galaxy battle between the Max D Gear and the Bakugan Dragonite Galaxy. And it will be Max D Gear. Next up we have is the Mix 22 Storm Damage taking on the Sheer Madness Gravedigger. And it will be Sheer Madness Gravedigger. Next up we have is the True Heavy Metal Son of a Digger taking on Wildflower. And it will be Wildflower. Next up we have is Higher Education taking on OCD Meltdown. And it will be Higher Education. Next up we have is Monster Energy taking on Megalodon. And it will be, I think it's gonna go to Monster Energy, but let me check. Next up we have is the Monster Jammed Happy Holiday Stunt Truck taking on the Orange El Toro Loco. And that will be the Holiday Stunt Truck. Next up we have is the Mix 1 Storm Damage taking on Pirate's Curse Ghost. And that will be the Mix 1 Storm Damage. Next up we have is Gravedigger taking on the Mystery Machine. And that will be Gravedigger. Next up is Megalodon Galaxy taking on the Purple Tire Gravedigger. And it will be the Purple Tire Gravedigger. Next up is Scooby-Doo taking on Brodozer. And it'll be Brodozer. Next up is the Darkest Meal Dragonite taking on Mohawk Warrior Vampire. And it'll be Mohawk Warrior Vampire. Next up is the Yellow El Toro Loco taking on Bounty Hunter. And it'll be the Yellow El Toro Loco. Next up is Scarlet Bandit taking on the Gravedigger Ride Truck. It's gonna be the Gravedigger Ride Truck. Next up is the Boneyard Gravedigger taking on the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Vampire. And it will be the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Fire. Next up is Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on the Gravedigger Green Ghost Fire. And Monster Mode rolls over, and it will go to Monster Mode Rottweiler. Next up is Teammates taking on Bakugan Dragonites from Mix 5. It'll be in Bakugan Dragonites from Mix 5. Next up is Dragonfire taking on Monster Mode Rottweiler Zombie. It'll be Dragonfire. Next up is Earthshaker Showtime taking on the Max D Yellow. And it will be Showtime Earthshaker. Next up is Blue Thunder taking on Zombie Fire. And your winner is Blue Thunder. Next up is Dragon Max Contrast taking on Soldier Fortune Black Ops. It will be Dragon Max Contrast. Next up is Soldier Fortune Ice taking on Hurricane Force. And Hurricane Force will take the win. Next up is the Singles Pack Soldier Fortune Ice taking on Monster Mode Dalmatian Ice. It will be Monster Mode Dalmatian Ice. Next up is the Transforming Hauler El Toro Loco taking on Sparkle Smash. And we'll go to Sparkle Smash. Alright, so here we have round 3. No fast loser for this race, and this race is going to go crazy. So first up, we're going to start round 3 with Santa's Monster Sleigh and Soldier Fortune. So round number 3 is underway. And there will be Santa's Monster Sleigh. Next up is the Chrome Gravedigger taking on Burn Victim Zombie. Now go to the Chrome Gravedigger. Next up is the rivalry battle between the Gearmax D and the Sheer Madness Gravedigger. And it will be Sheer Madness Gravedigger. Next up is Wildflower taking on Higher Education. And that will be Wildflower. Next up is Monster Energy taking on the Monster Jam Holiday Stunt Truck. And it will be Monster Energy. Next up is the Mix 1 Storm Damage taking on Gravedigger. And it will be the Mix 1 Storm Damage. Next up is the Purple Tire Gravedigger. And your winner is Brodozer. Next up is the Yellow El Toro Loco taking on Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Vampire. And it will be the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Vampire. Next up is Gravedigger Ride Truck taking on the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Fire. It will be the Gravedigger Ride Truck. Next up is Monster Mode Rottweiler taking on the Mix 5 Bakugan Dragonoid. It will be Mix 5 Bakugan Dragonoid. Next up is Dragonfire taking on the Showtime Earthshaker. It will be the Showtime Earthshaker. Next up is Max Contrast Dragon taking on Hurricane Force. And that will be, I think it's gonna go to Hurricane Force, but let me check. Next up is Monster Mode Dalmatian Ice taking on Sparkle Smash. And it will be Sparkle Smash. Alright guys, so here we have round 4, but we need a fast loser for Sparkle Smash. And I chose these guys because I feel like they both have been part of a freestyle run. So anyways, here we go. Who will take on Sparkle Smash? And it will be Dragon Max Contrast. The complete round of round 4. And we're gonna kick everything off with Santa's Monster Sleigh taking on the Chrome Gravedigger. So round number 4 is underway. And it will be Santa's Monster Sleigh. Next up is the Sheer Madness Gravedigger taking on Wildflower. It will be the Wildflower. Next up is Monster Energy taking on the Mix 1 Storm Damage. It will be the Mix 1 Storm Damage, and Monster Energy does an incredible save. Next up is Brodozer taking on the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Vampire. It will be the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Vampire. Next up is the Gravedigger Ride Truck taking on Bakugan Dragoner from Mix 5. It will be the Gravedigger Ride Truck. That is an incredible movement from Dragonoid and the Gravedigger Ride Truck. This is the #1 top moment of my channel. Next up we have is the Showtime Earthshaker taking on Hurricane Force. It will be Showtime Earthshaker. Next up we have is Sparkle Smash taking on Max Contrast Dragon. It will be Sparkle Smash. Here we have the quarterfinals, but we need a fast loser for Sparkle Smash. And I chose this one's Monster Energy because he did save a Dragonite because he flips over 4 Gravedigger Riot Truck. So let's see who's gonna take on Sparkle Smash. It will be, I think it's gonna go with Monster Energy, but let me check. So here we have the quarterfinals, and we're gonna start out with Santa's Monster Sleigh taking out Wildflower. So the quarterfinals is underway. And the first winner to go to is, I think it's Santa's Monster Sleigh, but let me go check. Next up we have is the Mix 1 Storm Damage taking out the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Vampire. It'll be the Mix 1 Storm Damage. Next up we have is the Gravedigger Riot Truck taking out the Showtime Earthshaker. It will be the, I think it's gonna go to the Gravedigger Riot Truck, but if I go down and you turn your phone sideways, it's gonna go to the Gravedigger Riot Truck. Next up we have is Sparkle Smash taking out Monster Energy. And there will be, oh, Monster Energy does another cool save, but I think it's gonna go Sparkle Smash, but let me check. Here we have the semifinals. And we're gonna kick everything off with Santa's Monster Sleigh and the Mix 1 Storm Damage. Next up we have is Santa's Monster Sleigh taking on Mix 1 Storm Damage. It will be the Mix 1 Storm Damage. Next up we have is the Gravedigger Riot Truck taking on Sparkle Smash. It will be Sparkle Smash. Here we have the final round. Who will be Mix 1 Storm Damage or the Riot Truck Gravedigger? So you're gonna find out in 3, 2, 1, and go. It's gonna go to the Riot Truck Gravedigger. How intense. So I can't remember who was in Gravedigger Riot Truck. No one picked it, but if you did, comment down below. Congratulations, you won the entire signups. And Storm Damage Mix 1 was about to get that win, but sadly it didn't. So congratulations to everyone who participated in this sign-up series. I will see you guys next time. This is Spammaster Monster Gen signing out.